There is nothing less funny and more creepy than a clown, so they scare off their target audience like a terrorist in a theatre. This is a list of 10 real clown horror stories. In May 1990, Marlene Warren answered her front door to find a clown staring at her. The anonymous clown revealed his revolver and shot her in the face. On hearing the gunshot, her son rushed to the front door to find his mother dead on the floor. He also saw a fleeing clown, a clown who has never been identified. At the time of the murder, the clown was holding a bouquet of flowers. I've always said that killer clowns are the most polite of all the brutal murderers. The Harley Quinn is sort of like Slender Man, but many people have genuinely reported sightings of him. They say the Harley Quinn can only be seen by young children. It has a very loud and sinister laugh that strikes fear into the soul of anyone within hearing range. Reported encounters with the Harley Quinn stretch back to the 13th century. Apparently they often plague certain families, visiting their children for several hundred years. Could the Harley Quinn be real? During the 1980s, the United States was shaken by dozens of reports of clowns attempting to kidnap children. There are stories of school children being chased home by groups of clowns driving white vans. On May 22, 1981, sightings of a knife-wielding clown were reported at 6 different schools. On the same day, one mother heard her children scream after a knife-wielding clown ordered them to enter his van. With these incidents occurring in cities across America around the same time, it remains a chilling open mystery. The moral to this story is to never let your children near clowns, or vans, or schools. Just keep them locked inside your house until they're old enough to imprison their own children. Francisco Felix was a Mexican drug lord. As leader of a cartel, his life was in constant danger. And in 2013, this danger caught up with him when he was shot to death by a man dressed as a clown, which you can see here in a screenshot of the actual footage. It is thought that the assassin dressed as a clown in order to get close to Felix, as the whole thing happened while he was celebrating his birthday. Nothing ruins the reputation of a notorious gangster like being killed by a children's entertainer. But let's face it, there isn't a gangster movie in existence that couldn't be improved by the presence of a clown or two. Frederick Zosoby was a Czechoslovakian clown. He moved to northern England during the Edwardian era so that he could find more work in the circus, which didn't go well, so he ended up killing himself, which was the beginning of the terribly named legend of Zosoby. In December 2002, 2 sleeping brothers were woken up by the sudden sound of laughter. Upon regaining consciousness, their eyes were greeted by the ghost of Zosoby. His crooked red nose reminded them of Rudolph the reindeer, who I believe also killed himself. This report was just one in the series of Zosoby encounters. In 1950, while sleeping in the exact same house, another 2 brothers described an encounter with the clown. The reports were identical down to the last detail. Amon Carlock was a police officer who used to get all clowned up to entertain local children. In 2007, he was arrested after he was found to have travelled abroad to molest children. As a pedophile police officer, he didn't last very long in prison, dying after 38 days. The cause of his death has never been identified. In 1994, a disturbing series of crimes were reported in India. On separate occasion, a gang of clowns held down 7 people and gouged out their eyes. Each attack happened in a different rural village, and despite a frenzy of support for the police, no clown was ever identified. What makes this more creepy is that with every incident, a nearby warehouse was discovered. The inside of these warehouses was scattered with clown costumes and pictures of the human eye. Not too long ago, a woman named Renee purchased an innocent-looking clown doll. She placed the doll in the corner of her room. For a while, everything seemed normal, but soon, she started experiencing unexplainable happenings. She would often find that the doll had been moved to a different area of her house. She never found out who or what moved the doll. She decided to investigate it by placing a tape recorder next to the doll overnight. When she played back the tape, she heard the voice of an old man. The most clear recording was of the voice yelling, "Wake up!" Her daughter claimed to have heard the voice before, which makes me wonder why she didn't mention it sooner. The clown statue was one of the first scary stories of the internet, but it was in 2004 that it became famous. According to the story, a wealthy American couple hire a teenage girl to babysit their small child. While watching television, she rang up the father and informed him that the children had been put to bed. She also asked if she could move his life-sized clown statue into the next room, as it was annoying her. The father immediately commanded that she take the child into the house next door and phone the police. In the grip of confusion, she did what he said. He then told her that his family did not own a clown statue. His children had recently been complaining about a clown who watches them as they sleep. The father had not believed the children, up until that night. John Wayne Gacy was the world's most notorious killer clown. Gacy used his position as Pogo the Clown, a member of the Jolly Jokers, to get close to teenage boys. He would then kill these boys and bury their bodies under his house. After he ran out of room to bury the bodies, he simply started dumping them in a river. Gacy was executed in 1994 after being convicted on 33 counts of murder. And so that brings us to the end of the list today. I'm aware that some of these are just urban legends, namely numbers 9, 6 and 2, but they were too good to leave out. Remember to subscribe for more videos, and if you want to help me out, maybe like, comment and favourite this video, as it really helps it reach more people.